Hello, everybody. Let's see, today is Sunday, and I'm here to do a final flip through of my guest design team project for Love Junk's Journals, Tracie Fox Creative. And I just had so much fun making this. So first of all, let me show you, this is her logo, and I have some more in here. There's a slightly newer one that I'll show you. So it's Love Junk Journals on Etsy, Fox Creative, and oops, that's not the one I wanted to be showing you. Okay, this is the one I wanted to show you. Sorry about that. This one has a list of the things that I used. I used the exhibit botanical specimen, and there are ephemera, there are slides, there are labels in that one. I used dusty florals, I used compendium, I used French ephemera, and several of the label kits, and I printed them out on different things. There's a playlist for this. I printed them out on photo paper, I printed them out on newsprint, I printed them on vellum, I printed them on tracing paper, and there's also, which I will also link below, a free Google Doc. So you have to have a Google account, but if you click on the link below for the Google Doc, it'll have all the words and quotes that I used in here. You just have to make a copy. Okay, so this is a Reader's Digest kind of chunkamunka lapbook. And there on the cover is a hasp lock, and on the spine is this little doorknob thingamajiggy. And on the doorknob thingamajiggy is a safety pin. And on the safety pin is a spyglass, a little charm that says Love, Courage, Adventure, and a key. And the key is the key to the hasp lock. So you can unlock the journal, and then you can actually reattach that hasp lock. So you don't have to keep it locked if that's not, if you're not as delighted by that as I am. You can put the hasp lock and you can put the safety pin all back on the little ring on that doorknob, and you can just hang them off as charms. So those work well. So then this also is connected to the inside of the journal. So this closure, which just the butterfly there just pops apart and it opens, and this is attached. On the inside of this ticking material is some Craftex paper, which is a very thick fabric-like paper, and it gives it a really nice thickness. So there is a little what do you call this? Book plate here, and you can write in there whatever you would like. So you open it up, and in the center is a removable tab journal. And I'm just going to flip through this pretty quickly because I have this in another journal, in the another video in the playlist. And it is an envelope journal with lots of sticky outy tabs. It's attached with elastic, so this can be pulled out. The tags can be pulled out if you would prefer not to have them be so sticky outy. And the whole thing can come out and as well. So in this first envelope is a card with a specimen card, and a lot of these have flip outable writing spaces, so it increases your writing space. And here's one that has a quote and a flip outable writing space. See, it has to go like this, because when you flip it, it's upside down, but when you flip it, you can see the quote. And again, these quotes are in that Google Doc. This one is a postcard from the Dusty Florals. And it says Discover on the back. This one is another one of those postcards, and it has a tab that you pull out, and it says Observe, and has writing space on the back. And it does slide right back in. Okay, there's some faux washi sticky tape there. This one is a postcard, and it has a little butterfly on that tab on the back. Oh, and this one is stapled on, and these staples I've colored with alcohol ink. And they are the staples are really the same color as that flower. This is a field label. This here is some homemade faux aged sticky tape that I make with alcohol inks on tracing paper. Here is a tag that has a quote and can be opened up, and I stick that in there. And then this little these are so cute, these tiny little Tim Holtz, I don't know what they're called, bullpen maybe, it holds it in place. This one pulls out, and again there is this opens up and has a quote on the back. Let's see, here's one that sticks up. This is that definition label. This definition is actually from Took's Craft Table. I was mistaken. I thought it was Tracie, but it's Took. But everything else in here is Tracie. There's an actual dried flower in there, and the hole goes all the way through so you can see the flower from both sides. And that sticks in that pocket, and you can see the flower through the window. This has a down sticking tag that says travel. That's a simpler one. I started to get a little worried about bulk, so towards the end I made fewer flippy outy journaling bits. So this one, actually the window is on the opposite side, but it has a little bee, and on this side you can see the dried flower and a ginkgo leaf, and those are real dried, excuse my head there, dried flowers. And same with this one. This has a quote on the back, but oh, I lied. Quote on both sides and a word on the back. Let's see, this one pulls out. Oh, here's the other dried flower one. That one says Explore. And that is also visible through the window. This one pulls down. And this is a Division of Entomology sample card. And it has pattern on both sides. And the final one is a tab. It has a mushroom on the back, but when you flip it to this side, it has more of those dried flowers and faux vintage sticky tape. Okay, so that's the inside journal. On this side, you open it up, and there is a spot for paintbrushes and some watercolor paper. And underneath all of these folders is this little library pocket. Am I in frame? Yes. There we go. And inside that library pocket is some watercolor paper with a little bit of watercolor crayon on there for you to bring into the field with you to do some little watercolor paintings. And that just slides in right there. And it's got just baking paper protecting those colors. This is a tag pocket. It doesn't have anything inside because I'll show you later, I have supplied you, the person who buys this, and I've decided I am going to sell this with materials to make some of your own tags. Flipping back to front, these are some more library pockets with some of those sample cards that you can get in the botanical kit. There are 4 in here. Excuse me. And those just slide into those pockets like this, and you can kind of stagger them so you can see their titles. I printed some of her, she has some of these faux washi strips, and I've printed them both on tracing paper and on Avery sticker labels, so they work like stickers. This specimen was printed on tracing paper, and these tabs are made from some 2-inch circles, which I have here, the extras of, and I just turned those into faux whale's tail tabs. Here's another folder. Here's another folder. Here is a library card that comes in one of the kits, and I thought that appropriate to put in a library pocket, and I thought I would just stick those behind there for whoever uses it. Then in these are put on as a belly band, and behind that belly band is a time card that I've cut into a tag shape, and these are some offcuts of the faux washi tapes that I made out of the kits. So these all slide behind like a belly band, and then inside these little envelopes, they open up with these little policy closure bits. I have stuck and I put a paper clip on them thinking that would help pull them out. These are leftover quotes from the document that I made, and those go in there, and this just folds up like that. And then in this one, there's another paper clip. Ugh, got my little, okay, come here, you. All right, I'm gonna have to put a I'll have to put a string on that paper clip because right now it's being a bugger. There we go. And those are some extra words. And I will do that off camera. Okay. Okay, so that is everything on that side, and that folds over that way. And then over on the other side is this is a vellum pocket that I made. And into that vellum pocket slides this file folder notebook. Like so. And I put, these are all from the kits, except for that, this is that faux washi, not washi, faux aged sticky tape that I used to tape down the word document. And these are tracing paper, and the 2 washi labels are the Avery sticker paper. And inside is a refillable notepad. And then on this side is your 3D pop-up file folder. And in here, I've just stuck some bits and pieces. I have in here a glassine envelope with some offcuts and labels and things. And here is the new Fox Creative logo. And I just put some of the titles of some of the kits that I did wind up using in here. So for your reference, there is a little journal. I hadn't originally printed and cut this out because I thought I was going to use it in the center, but I didn't. So I just made it a folder for some actual vintage ephemera that I'm including with this journal. And that goes right in there along with this glassine envelope. There's an offcut in here that would make a good tag. And here's an envelope that I cut out thinking I was going to use it, but it's pretty thick. And it has some definitions in there. And I didn't use it in the kit, but I am including it in that pocket. And then on this side, I have some guest checks. I have another one of those time cards. I have These are printed on that sticky paper that I was talking about, as is this. These are little labels that are printed on sticky paper that I didn't use. Got some book pages. I've got some, excuse me, I've got some little bits of Italian paper, and I have some offcuts, and I even have some book pages in there for you. So that just slides back in there and closes up, and there's a magnet there that holds it closed there and holds it closed here, and there's a hidden tuck spot in the back. I purposely did not put one on here because I didn't want to interfere with the magnet on the back that this magnets to when the folder thing is open. And then there's a magnet there as well to keep that closed. So that is my Reader's Digest Lapbook Guest Design Team project for Fox Creative Love Junk Journals. So I will be listing this in my Etsy store in the next couple of days. Today is Saturday. No, today is not Saturday. Today is Sunday, January 16th, I think. Not sure, pretty sure, but not positive. So first, before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you to Tracie for asking me to do this. I had so much fun. I will link her shop, and I will link the kits and things, and I hope you go play with them and check them out. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye.